Good morning, students. Welcome you all once again in history period. Okay, lesson number 2, Europe and India. Today we are going to see the summary of lesson number 2, that is Europe and India, and write extra question answers of this lesson. Okay. Let us see the summary. Renaissance. What do you mean by Renaissance? Renaissance means rebirth or revival. Punarujjivan. Renaissance means rebirth or revival. Revival of the Greek and Roman traditions in the field of art, literature, philosophy, etc. New ideas and new values were put forth. Period of Renaissance. Okay. The last phase of medieval period from 13th century to 16th century is known as period of Renaissance. Renaissance or Renaissance. अब बहुत बोल सकते हो प्रोनाउंसिएशन इसका, ठीक है. During this period, the Reformation, religious reform movement, and geographical discoveries were instrumental in founding of the modern era. Now, advantages of Renaissance. There was revival of the Greek and Roman traditions. The changes were seen in the field of art, literature, and philosophy in Europe. Humanitarianism got impetus. Humanism was the value put forth by Renaissance. The outlook changed. More emphasis was given on treating each other as a human being. Man became the center of all ideologies instead of religion. The reform movement spread to all sectors of human life. The sentiments and emotions of human beings found expressions in the art and literature. Literature was produced in local languages for the understanding of the people. The next one is invention of printing press. Johannes Gutenberg of Germany invented printing press in 1450 AD. Okay, Johannes Gutenberg. This invention paved the way for new ideas, concepts, and knowledge to reach all sections of society. Then religious reform movement. The intellectuals attacked the priest for looting the people in the name of religion. They attacked the old religious ideologies of Roman Catholic Church. The Christian priests took advantage of the ignorance of the people. The movement which started against these old ideologies and unnecessary rituals is known as religious reform movement. Okay. Due to this movement, human freedom and rationalism gain importance. Geographical discoveries. Constantinople, Istanbul, was the capital of Byzantine Empire. Ottoman Turks conquered it in 1453 AD. The overland trade routes going to Asia and Europe passed through it. As the Turks blocked the road, it became necessary for the Europeans to find new routes to reach Asia. Now, let us know the geographical discoveries. Bartholomew Dias. Bartholomew Dias is the name of the navigator. Okay, he was from Portugal. In the year 1487, he began expedition in search of India. Okay, but reached Cape of Good Hope, the southern tip of Africa. Then number 2, Christopher Columbus. He was also navigator. He was from Spain, and in the year 1942, he began his journey to reach India by sailing towards west, but reach on the eastern coast of American continent. Then number 3, Vasco da Gama. He was from Portugal, and in 1498, he managed to sail past the Cape of Good Hope and reach Calicut, on the western coast of India. Okay. Now, intellectual revolution in Europe. The society was stepping out of blind faith and past ignorance due to the Renaissance. Traditional knowledge, blind faith, and age-old customs and traditions were challenged. They were seen from a critical point of view. These changes are known as intellectual revolution. This gave further momentum to scientific discoveries in Europe. Many political changes and revolutionary events took place in 18th and 19th century in Europe. The period is known as Age of Revolution. Okay. Bill of Rights, American War of Independence, French Revolution, Industrial Revolution are some of events. Now, rise of trading companies. With the discovery of new sea routes to the east, European traders started trade. Trade means vyapar, business. Many traders came together as it was not easy to carry trade single-handedly. This gave rise to many trading companies. Protection to trade. Trade with the East was very profitable. It was responsible for economic prosperity of the nation. The European rulers gave military protection and trade concessions to these trading companies. Now, rise of capitalism. The profit from the trade was further used in the form of capital for trade and commerce. This gave rise to capitalist economic system in Europe. Colonialism. Exploitation of one country by another, making it into a colony, is called colonization. On the basis of economic and military strength, one country occupies another region and establishes its political supremacy. Colonialism gave rise to imperialism. Now see imperialism. A powerful country controls other underdeveloped countries by establishing over domination. Domination यानी वर्चस्व. ठीक है. The objective of imperialism was to establish more and more new colonies. Many European nations established their colonies in Asia and Africa. Now, establishment of East India Company. East India Company की स्थापना. There was a race to acquire trade monopoly in India among many European nations. The British establishments British East India Company in 1600 AD. Its objective was to trade with India and other Asian countries. The company took permission from Emperor Jahangir and established factory at Surat. Okay. Now, the British-French struggle. The rivalry increased between England and France for trade in India. Due to this, their wars were fought between them, known as Carnatic Wars. Now, Battle of Plassey. The officers of the company misused the trade concessions and carried out fortification of the factory at Kolkata without obtaining the permission of Siraj-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Bengal. Siraj-ud-Dawla captured the factory at Kolkata. This created discontent in England, leading to the Battle of Plassey in 1757 AD. Robert Clive diplomatically bribed Mir Jafar, the commander of Nawab's army, and he promised Mir Jafar to make him Nawab of Bengal. Now, Mir Jafar remained inactive during the war, and so the British won the battle by treachery and deceit. Mir Jafar became Nawab of Bengal with the British support. Okay. After that, Battle of Buxar. When Mir Jafar opposed the British, he was replaced by his son-in-law Mir Qasim. The British brought back Mir Jafar when Mir Qasim tried to check their illegal trade practices. Mir Qasim, along with Shujat-ud-Dawla, the Nawab of Ayodhya, and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam formed an alliance and yuti, and undertook a joint campaign to restrain the British, means to stop the British or to check the British. This led to the Battle of Buxar in 1764, and the British won the battle. Okay. Then British-Mysore struggle. Hyder Ali rebelled and took control of the state of Mysore. After his death, his son Tipu Sultan tried his best to fight against the British. Tipu Sultan died in the Battle of Srirangapatnam in 1799, and the Kingdom of Mysore came under the British rule. Then British control over Sindh and the fall of Sikh power. The British turned their attention towards the northwest frontier to strengthen their power in India. And then the roads to Afghanistan passed through Sindh, realizing its strategic importance. The British captured Sindh Pranta. Okay. The fall of the Sikh power. After the death of Ranjit Singh, his minor son Dilip Singh succeeded as the ruler of the state of Punjab. Queen Zindan assumed the reins of administration on behalf of her minor son. Taking advantage of her inability to control the officers, the British bribed some of them to their side, and at the end, the British defeated the Sikhs in the Second Anglo-Sikh War and annexed the entire region of Punjab in 1849. Here, our summary of this lesson is over, and now note down, extra fill in the blanks. Okay, but before that, let's check the answers of fill in the blanks given in your textbook. Page number 9 of your textbook. In 1453, the city of Constantinople was conquered by Ottoman Turks. Then the Industrial Revolution began in England. Okay. Then third one, Dash tried to put Mir Qasim. Mir Qasim tried to put restrictions on the illegal trade of British. Okay. Then next number. Okay. This is your homework, and tomorrow I will ask you the answer. The British East India Company established factory at Dash. Next number. Tipu Sultan died in the Battle of The chieftain of rose against the British. And the last one is now was the first Portuguese sailor who landed on the western coast of India. Let us take a look on the blackboard. See, American colonies organized the army under the leadership of Dash and won against England. Okay. The British East India Company established factory at Dash. Then next number, Tipu Sultan died in the Battle of Dash. Then the chieftain of Dash rose against the British. Then next number 5, last, Dash was the first Portuguese sailor who landed on the western coast of India. Okay, this is your homework. Tomorrow I will tell you answer, but it's your duty to read lesson once again. It's your homework. Read lesson carefully and find out the answer of the fill in the blanks. Okay, here our period is over. Bye bye. Take care and happy Pola to all of you.